Hello and welcome to Anaya Designs. Today we're going to be making this super cute pajama set. I'm really in love with it. It's so comfortable, so easy, and so cute. It's perfect for those lounge days and those days where you're wearing something but not really because it's so Today I'm going to walk you through all the steps on how I made this set and my pros and cons of what I would do differently and what I would keep the same going forward if I were to make this again, which I probably will. So let's get started. First, I'm going to start off with the things that you need. So you're going to need fabric, of course. I think I got about 1.5 yards, I don't remember, 2 yards. If you want to make pants instead of shorts, you might want to add an extra yard to that. This oversized tee is probably about 1 yard, and the sleeves, you can fit them wherever you can find room for them. So don't even worry about too much because you'll always find a little crevice that you can pop the sleeve in. And then I got bias tape. Now, I only got one pack thinking that 3 yards would be enough, and I was very wrong. So I had to go back and get a second pack, but depending on how oversized you make it, you might want to get more because I thought 3 yards would be enough for the shirt and the pants, and it wasn't even enough for both. So I was able to get my sleeves were about like 1 yard each, which I was like, what? But because it's oversized in the proportions, so it wasn't 1 yard, it was maybe like 24 inches on each, so that takes up a lot. And then you have the hem and the neckline. So I did end up having to get 2, which was 6 yards of bias tape, and I used almost all of it. So make sure you're very cautious of how much bias tape that you get. So I went ahead and I made my pattern for my shirt and both my shirt and my pants from clothes I already had. This is so easy because buying patterns gets overwhelming and they get kind of expensive, but we all have clothes and we all can take our clothes and make new clothes with our old clothes. So my shorts, I really like the way they fit, so I reused that pattern to make these shorts. I had a t-shirt that I liked, but I wanted it to be a little bit larger, so I just added a couple inches on the side to make it oversized like it is now. So I used my old clothes or the clothes I already own to make the pattern for this, and I swooped the neckline down a little bit. Mine was a little bit too high, so I just cut it down a little bit lower so that way it was more comfortable and practical for sleeping and lounging around in. So here I'm going to sew the shoulder and the side seams. And then I'm going to sew the sleeves, so I went ahead and just sewed the inner seam and then attached them into the actual sleeve. I first added the bias tape and I just stuck the fabric into the actual bias tape and then sewed a straight stitch. I did that here and I'm attaching them. And then on the shorts, I sewed the crotch. And then you can sew them together like that. Or you can add the bias tape first. And then I went ahead and did a rolled hem and sewed, so I had 2 tracks for my elastics to go through. And here I am inserting the elastic. And here's the final result. So I hope this video was super helpful for you and you were able to kind of get an idea of how you should go forward making this set. I would totally suggest it. It's so comfortable. I can live in this literally, and like I said at the beginning, I would like 5 more of these, maybe 6, so I had one for every day of the week, and they're perfect. I 10 out of 10 suggest. So I hope this video was helpful, and if so, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. See you later. Keep designing.